Hey there everyone, welcome to Sunday the 12th of May and it's Mother's Day today, so a big shout out to all the mothers out there, but especially mine who I absolutely love and adore. She's looking mighty good for her age and hopefully I can follow in that footstep. And she loves scrapbooking and paper crafts, and when she was down last week we went to a miniature craft workshop and we made these tiny little paper plants, and that's what we're going to do today. I know it's a bit stereotypical of mum, but it fits my mum, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to set up my workshop and then we're going to go ahead and make some plants. All right, stay tuned. Righty, so I have my little pot plants, if you will. So there's a few beads here and I have a proper little pot plant which is a bit bigger, and what I'm going to do is I have this little styrofoam. I'm just going to glue that in there and glue the bottoms of these what would you call them, beads. That's what you call them. Gosh, try and think of three things. I'm just going to sort of glue the bottom and put them on the mat here, just so that I can plug the glue and have them sit still, really. Oh no, I'm always a dropper around you guys. That looks like the bottom to me. And done. Let me get rid of the hot glue gun cobwebs. Here we go, might do this. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, I don't even have to do this one to keep them sitting still. Look at that. Don't you love it when you get a hot glue gun in your hands and all you want to do is just glue everything? Alright, so we've got that now. Let's go to the next stage. What I'm going to do is paint this one. Probably wrong of me to stick it down, but I'll get it unstick. I'm just using some acrylic gesso, which I use to keep my camera stable. I'm going to paint it brown, and I have, remember this from Easter? And then I'm going to dry brush this colour. I'm only going to do it to this one here only because it looks so plastic. I could sand this, but I prefer to use gesso because it's just a bit easier for me. Alrighty, here I go. Oh, got that strong super glue. Just makes it a little bit easier over plastic. It just, you know, it gives it a kind of a primer texture, which is a little bit of a rougher one, so it makes it harder for it to actually peel, but it's not going to be used much anyway. And while we're waiting for, oh, got to do the rim. So mainly what I'm going to do for this one here, and only this one here, is these ones here you should be able to see in there, and they're actually painted brown and then got tea leaves on it. I actually have a coffee drinker boss, and so I've got some coffee grounds in here that I will actually use, which I think for me feels and looks better. Alrighty, so I've got that. I'm going to use this one here, and I'm just going to paint the top of the styrofoam. Oh my God. All right, this is one of those things where I tap it and then I'll tap it again later and it will be brown. All right, are you ready? Doing. Yeah, I don't know if that really works. All right, so I'm going to let that dry and we're going to focus on these ones and the, let's put him over there and we'll clean up the gesso and focus on the leaves. So I found some old printouts, sorry for the wobbly camera. I found some old printouts that had leaves printed on both sides, and I've just cut a few of them out. Now, if anyone wants to know the biggest trick with paper flowers, it is curling them with a ball stylus, and it is easy. All you do is you grab this, find your ball stylus, which had run away from me, and you curl. And it just makes a really kind of natural leaf look. You can uncurl it, and you can press it, and you can just really Well, nearly ripped it. Now, I've got it here on this kind of little spongy type thing. It's because I couldn't find my Neoprene, which is like wetsuit material. And that works 10 times better than this does. I wonder what styrofoam does. Oh, that's a pretty good one. I might use that one for tonight. Although that made it too curly. Is there such a thing? So I'm going to do that. Now, I cut out 5 leaves. My mum always said when it comes to paper crafts, odd numbers always look better. So your 3, your 5s, etc. always look better. Oh. This is so easy, and I really just advocate for it for sure. Yeah, see, it didn't do anything for that one. So let's just do that. So I've got my 5 little curls now, or aka leaves. Get rid of the styrofoam, and then we're going to do these little ones. Now the little one here, I've just got some sort of paper kind of leaf bits here, and all I'm going to do is just chop them up. I'm going to put, I need to find my glue. Geez, I'm not being very smart here tonight with my prep. I'm just going to use some E6000. I would by all means use some tacky glue, but this will work just as fine. I need to get another roll of that, or whatever you call it, tube. And I'm just going to push that in. Now, these ones here is more kind of a decorative one, and these are very mini, so they're very hard to kind of to do that, or to, you know, this one's going to be much more detailed. However, what I have, and look, I've only got 2 there, and it doesn't look, it'll probably look better with 3, but I think it will look okay. And what I've got here, which I got from wishactually.com, is some paper flowers, and you would have seen it in one of my pictures. And I'm going to use the pink ones. And again, I'm going to use the E6000. So I'm going to, always going to do something. Grab one of these little flowers. Yep, that's the bottom side. So I think they're kind of daisy ones that are real, and then they've been dried and coloured. Because that one looks like, the white ones don't look like they've had any kind of dye to them at all. So I'm going to stick with pink on this one, and let's try a little smaller one. Oh, that one's great. That one's got a little stalk, so that will help us out in the gluing. And we're going to do 3. Oops. Oh, seemed to work. We'll do 3. And, oh, too much glue there, Joanna. And then we go on there. So we're going to use those as paper flowers. I'm then going to use our stylus ball technique for the next one. And then I'll have a think about what other techniques we can use. All right. Although the easier just to use those paper flowers. All right, I'm going to let this dry a little bit, clean it up. I can still see some white down in the crevices. Get it right in there. I totally took the paint off, but anyway, I'm going to let that dry, and then we're going to do another one. And it looks so bad. Let's see if I can get it over the table. There you go. How's that for a little kind of flowery vase? It looks kind of different because you wouldn't expect that kind of dried up foliage with a flower, but I like it. Alright, so that can go over here. I think this one's going to have a hard time standing with the weight. And alrighty, let's cut. Alrighty, so I have my little stem leaf, so I'm going to be putting this in this one here. Just because because I think it will look nice. Now what I'm going to use is the top of one of these. Now let's see if I can, how'd I know it'd be around? So let's me get the glue, which is smelling lovely, and put that on top. And grab this little yellow guy and put him on top, and then he's going, oh, that looks all right. So that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to see where we want to go, and I think we're going to go right around here. Oh my gosh, these are amazing for that type of thing. Oh, I didn't know they were magnetic. Look at that. And then I am going to glue again. And I'll put this one in here. And push that. Oh no! I pushed his head off. There we go. So I'm just going to push it like I was going to put it in that one, wasn't I? No wonder it looks a bit dwarfed in there. Let's do that again. Put that in there and put him in there. And that looks pretty good. I'm going to just twist him around so he gets the glue all around and fix up his little head. There we go, and done. It looks all right. Try and keep it a little, oh, try and keep him upright. Done. All right, this one here, I've got two more to do and they're the big ones. What are we going to do? Let me go and figure it out and I'll be back. Alrighty, I thought while I'm still waiting for that to dry, I will show you these flowers. So I've got these little yellow flowers and they're been pre-cut, which is really nice. I'm going to grab my ball stylus. I'm just ever so lightly just tapping each one here so that it gets a little bit of the colour on the other side. I don't want to saturate it too much. And then I'm going to do that again before I put it on this, and I think I want a bit more on the other side. And then I'm going to transfer it to this one here. And it's kind of got a yellow gold hue, which looks absolutely amazing. And then I'm going to curl it up and put a little stymon in the middle. Is that what you call them? And then I'm going to have these little flowers. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to tap them and they're going to be done. You ready? 3, 2, 1, bang. And voila. So I've got the 3 here. This one was just the stem bit, and what I did is I just put a goop of the glue on the end and then put it into the gold ink. And I've got a spare flower there if I want to do another one. I'm trying to keep to my odd numbers are best. So I found this for the big pot, and it was just, you can see here, it's just so bright green. So I got some of my brown washout, which is glue, water and brown paint, and just dulled it down a bit, and it just makes it look a little bit more authentic than fluoro green like this one down here. All right, and then I'm going to cut it out and put it in there. What I am going to do is put some glue on here. It's still a little bit wet around the side, so I haven't done too much to it, as in touching it, but I'm going to put, it's probably a bit too much glue, but I'm scared it's not going to adhere very well, and I'm just going to find a little kind of spoon thing. Do you know what I used to have? Oh, I found them. I have these miniature little measuring spoons, and it's for this purpose entirely that I wanted to keep them. So I'm going to just put the coffee grounds, the dried coffee grounds. So they, we used coffee grounds and then I dried them out again just to get rid of the moisture because the water went through them. And doesn't that look like some soil? All right, I'm going to put the lid back on there, let that dry, patting it down a bit. Then I've got to pierce it with some holes, but that's okay. I've got my needle tool. Let these ones dry, let that dry, and then I'll be back. All right. Okie dokie. So I found this red flocking and this little kind of pine tree. So what I'm going to do is in this one, I am going to try. Now I believe you've seen me try before. That's not the lid, that's the wood that the tree came on. Where is the lid? There it is. So I'm going to try and dip that into the coffee, and then I'm going to push that in there. Oh, that looks all right. And then I want to add some glue, and I am going to use the tacky glue. Now this really didn't work when I tried it at Easter. So let's see if it works now and sort of make all these little red flocking. And all I'm going to do is put this in here and push it around to see if it will stick. See, why didn't that work at Easter but works now? What was so different at Easter? And I think that looks absolutely stunning. I might have to try and find some more red flocking. I think this is the only red flocking I had. So how quick and simple was that? Put him over here. And then we got the last one. So I've sort of been letting this dry. I will do some dry painting later, and you can probably see that there's some water spots here. Water spots, some white spots, and I will just do that. And so I have my dirty little branches here, and I've poked some holes in the styrofoam, and I'm just going to put the branches in here. And like that. That looks all right. Sort of, I need one more to put in the middle, and I don't know if I have one. Let me go and see if I can find one, because I think I would like more branches in there. It's a bit sparse. All right, I'll be back. Alrighty, I found another branch, so let me quickly do what I did to the other ones, make it a little less fluoro, and put it in here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ding. Alrighty, so I haven't been able to make him stand up. So I have my plant here, and it's got all the extra leaves. Oh no. I put some more coffee in there because I made some more holes, and I'll just go. All right, let's not worry about that. So now I'm just going to grab my little flowers and put them in here. Oh, sorry. And put them in the plant. It actually looks really good, really nice. Oh, just going to make sure he's tilled up properly. I feel like he's fallen off his stamen. I know. I've got a red one in there. There we go. Put in there. Oh, where did you go? Need to go in. All right, let's do this guy first, which goes in there. Oh, beautiful. And then we do this guy. There we go. So don't squash too hard is the motto for that. And we have this one. And I'm going to push them in there. Oh, there we go. Where do I want this one to go? I want it to look good. But this one has a much shorter one, so I'm going to push him in there. Yep. And then the last one, twirl that one up. It's got a soft underneath bit. There we go. Alrighty. What I'm going to do is there's obviously some of the red fluff from the other one on here. I'll try and get rid of that. There you go. So that's just a bit of glue, so I'm just put it up there. And this is my big pot plant. I really like the look of that one. All right, so I'm going to let it all dry, clean up, and come back together and show. Thanks, everybody. Hey there, everyone. Well, that's it. I've finished up with our little flower plant project for Mother's Day today. We started off with our little examples that my mum and I did, and we've got some cute 2 little vase ones, and hopefully it will focus. And 2 little cute little vase ones, and a berry tree or a red tree one, which is quite nice, and my favourite one, which was this one here, which has some flowers in it. I'll try and get some up close photos and we'll go from there. How pretty are they? They're so easy to do, and you're just limited by your creativity. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Happy Mother's Day.